Greetings, YouTube. Like it says in the title, if you support a racist, you're a racist. You see, racism isn't about your bones. It isn't about who you are as a person. It's immaterial about whether at your very heart of hearts you believe in that you are a racist or not. I imagine that almost no one who is actually a racist actually calls themselves a racist inside their own head. No, what makes someone a racist is the words they use and the actions they take. That's it. So if you use racist language and you engage in racist actions, you're a racist. And if you support the Republican Party, and specifically you support the president, you're a racist. Because the GOP is the party of racism. Until the shit giving came around, they were pretty good at hiding their racism. It wasn't as overt as it is now. But now, the President of the United States uses racist languages, he retweets racists, he appeals to his base, the Red Caps, all of whom themselves are racists. And this isn't an act of hyperbole on my part. The president is a racist. Anyone that supports the president is a racist. And if you don't want people to think of you as a racist, that's up to you. Never use racist language and stop supporting racist policies and racist politicians. Your turn. You get to decide if other people are going to call you a racist. Now, we're going to use the bone analogy. There isn't a racist bone in my body. But I have used racist language, and I have engaged in racist actions. I try to do better now, but I'm not going to say it's not going to happen again. All I can do is learn every time I screw up. And if I get called on it, okay, I should get called on it. But if you had asked me in those moments when I was using racist language or engaging in racist actions, if I were a racist, I would have said no. But I was. My opinion of whether or not I was racist didn't matter. That had no effect whatsoever on the fact that I was, in fact, at that moment, a racist. So all the people out there who say things like, well, I don't have a racist bone in my body, or that they've never, ever, consider themselves to be a racist, doesn't matter what you consider yourself to be. What matters is the language you use and the actions you take. And the best people to judge whether, in fact, you are a racist probably isn't you and your fellow white people. Because in America, the only people that can be racist are white people. Reverse racism doesn't exist. It is bullshit. Something cooked up by racists. Now, for example, if you have a racist spouse, and if you have a spouse and you don't consider yourself a racist, you know you have a racist spouse. That doesn't make you a racist by association. But you really should probably be asking yourself, why do you have a racist spouse? What character flaws do you possess that lets you ignore their racism so that you may maintain a relationship? Because frankly, if you're in a relationship with a racist, that doesn't speak well of you. That means you are, at best, willing to overlook other people's racism when you should, in fact, be calling them on it. And if you call your spouse on their racism and things don't go well, maybe you're better off being single. And yes, I know people who are in relationships with racists, and I cannot fathom why they are. It makes no sense to me. I know that in the 2016 election, that ended relationships. It resulted in divorces. And in my book, it should have. Of course, you should have probably known that you were in bed, literally, with a racist already. But putting the shitgibbon into the White House was the final straw for a whole lot of people. They could no longer ignore their partner's racism. So, just so I'm very clear, your racism is based on the words you speak and the actions you take. If you support the Republican political party in the United States, or you support the president, you are a racist. No ifs, ands, or buts. And if you don't like that, and you'd like to stop having people call you that, then stop using racist language and stop supporting racist actions and politicians. It's up to you.